Yo, what's going on, Twitch? We're back. We're live. We got some more Final Girl. Today we're going to be playing Poltergeist of Creech. Creech? Creech Manor. So we have some special setup to do. We are going to be using the tier dice again. Poltergeist is a ghost, it looks like, and they don't have any health. And we're gonna be starting on 3 horror. So we're back at it. Got some more Final Girl going on here. 3 horror. The Poltergeist has no health and cannot be attacked. So how do we kill her? Let's find out. Yeah, so we got some special setup, some special rules. I guess we'll do the location first. 10 event cards, 5 setup cards, 8 terror cards, 18 item cards, and 5 tokens. Okay. Special rules. We have 1-way movement spaces. Okay, so this looks like these blue spaces with the window. So we have here, here, and here. A few of the spaces have exits in one direction. There are 3 of them. These spaces have white arrows and lines indicating which direction you can move. The spaces are still considered to be adjacent in both directions. Okay, so you can jump out the window, it looks like. You're not allowed to move against an arrow, so you can't jump up a window. That would make sense. You can't climb the tire swing and go back in a window, nor can you go up through a hole in the ceiling in the washroom. The washroom... I don't really see a washroom. What are they talking about here? On the left side of the board? Maybe they're talking about this. Basically just saying you can't go up here. I don't know. And it says enemies and victims are also subject to these rules. The rope ladder item, if used, is the only exception and turns a one-way space into a normal space. So I think that's over here on this side only. So we would be able to climb that ladder and go back into the window if we get the rope ladder item. Okay, window spaces. Window spaces are a new type of space on the Creech Manor board. Is it Creek Manor? Am I saying Creech? Like, because I can't read or pronounce stuff. There are 2 window spaces on the right side of the house and 1 on the left side. Window spaces do not have any special rules, but mini terror and event cards will specifically reference them. All right. The ladder, cards that refer to the ladder are specifically referring to the ladder on the outside of the building that connects the left exit space and the washroom on the 3rd floor. So this is our washroom. They were just saying you can't go through here, I guess. Leading to the attic is artistic in nature only and is never impacted by any game effects. Inside and outside. All spaces are considered to be inside except for the 3 exit spaces, which are outside. Cool. That's it for Creek Manor. Then we have our killer, the Poltergeist. So we're starting on 3 horror. Set up the game as normal with the following changes to the item decks. When playing with Poltergeist, the Carolyn, and Mr. Floppy item cards will always be included in the game, but neither will ever start the game face up on an item deck. Create the item decks as follows, or using your own method as long as you ensure the previous statement is true. Okay. So we're back to the location board with the item things, but we have Mr. Floppy. and Carolyn. Those are going to be these two cards here. We'll set up the item deck real quick. I want to read these real quick too. So, Carolyn, when Carolyn joins you, remove all minor dark power cards from the game. You must escape with Carolyn to win the game. Oh, that's interesting. We have to... We have to escape with Carolyn to win the game. Carolyn cannot be killed or discarded for any reason. You cannot place her in your backpack. Carrying kids around. All right. Mr. Floppy. If the dark power has been revealed, you may remove this item from the game to ignore the effects of Carolyn. Where are you? Gotcha. That's probably important. Then we have, if this card is discarded for any reason, shuffle it into the nearest item deck. All right, so we take the 10. We take 10 of the chosen location item cards instead of the normal 12 and shuffle them. All right, so we'll pull 10 cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're just going to set the rest aside. Shuffle them, then return the unused cards to the location box. We're just going to shuffle these 10, I guess. Take the remaining item cards and shuffle them together with the Carolyn and Mr. Floppy item cards. All right, so we just add Mr. Floppy and Carolyn and shuffle the deck. Deal the cards face down into equal piles and place them on their side. Or place them in their slots above the board. Take the item cards you set aside. Place one face up on top of each. Wait, when did it say to... What? This is super confusing. All right, set aside an item card for each item deck that will be needed? Like, what are you talking about? Oh, we're supposed to do that before we put in Mr. Floppy. So let me just flip 3 and see if Mr. Floppy... Okay, didn't come up. So those are our top cards. So what we do is we'll put... It's piles of 3. So we have 2, 3. It's going to be 3 piles of 3. Gotcha. All right. And Mr. Floppy and Carolyn are in these decks somewhere. I'm assuming we have to find them. When finished, Carolyn and Mr. Floppy should be hidden within the location item decks. We got it. We got it. Sorry if I'm slow. We'll put the flashlight out. That's going to be in the garage. We have lucky dice going in the attic. So garage is down here. Attic is up here. And then this is the closet, which contains some mysterious pills. We got our victim meeples. Okay, that's not the end of the special rules. So we have the Poltergeist has no health and cannot be attacked, damaged, or killed. What? How do we win? So we have to escape with Carolyn or Mr. Floppy. That's how we win. Ignore any effects that would damage the Poltergeist. All right. Note, action cards that inflict damage may still be used against some of the Poltergeist's terror cards. Since the Poltergeist cannot be attacked, you do not win against her in the normal way. Instead, the only way to win against the Poltergeist is to find Carolyn and save her by reaching an exit when she is with you. If the Forgetting Something Epic Dark Power card is revealed, in addition to finding and saving Carolyn, you will also have to find her stuffed friend, Mr. Floppy. Okay, so we don't need Mr. Floppy unless we're using that Epic Dark Power, which I don't think we're going to use that. We're not like some kind of Final Girl expert. Carolyn may never be discarded or removed from the game, and any game effect doing so should it be ignored. However, Carolyn may get shuffled back into an item deck, which is perfectly normal. Fair? Mr. Floppy has an effect that can be used if it is discarded, but cannot be used until the Epic Dark Power, or until the Dark Power is revealed. Mr. Floppy can never be discarded due to a game effect before the Dark Power is revealed, or if the Forgetting Something Epic Dark Power is in play. So, basically what that means is if the Dark Power is revealed, we can't use the Mr. Floppy ability. I don't even remember what it was. I just read it. Okay, seems good enough. I think I got it. We're going to move on here. We'll flip our event card. Or actually, let's do the setup first. Again, there's a big glare up here, I know. I haven't fixed it. I haven't really figured out how to fix it yet. But we are starting up here. So this is the Final Girl Meeple. This is us. And then we have two victims directly below us in this space. We also have two victims in the closet. We have the killer right here in this window space. We have one victim over here. We've got a victim underneath the killer. And beside that victim. And then we have one victim here, it looks like. And two victims in the ballroom. Okay, 3 exit spaces down here. These are outside, and this is in the house. So we must shuffle the 2 tarot card decks together. There was only 8 location cards from the location board, and then like 16 from the killer board, I guess. So shuffle these up pretty good. And then I think we draw 10 cards. We start with the 6-0 time cards. You know what I really like about Final Girl is, like, every time it's almost like you're it's a different ending to a movie. Poltergeist at Creech Manor. I know they have, like, don't they have some kind of book or something you can record your... I know you can do it on the app, I think. But yeah, it's almost like a different horror film each time you play. Like last time, for instance, we got killed by, who was it? We did Hans the Butcher. Oh, the Minion guy. I hated the Minion guy. What's his name? Geppetto. Carnival of Blood. That was, shoo. I do not like the Minion rules, I'm not going to lie. All right, we'll pull 10 tarot cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bam. So we got our tarot deck set up. We're going to flip an event card here. Liquid Courage. We all know about liquid courage. What's you talking about? They's a ghost? Show me something. Yeah, I don't believe in ghosts either, but if I did. All right. Victims will follow you into the killer space. Okay, that's not normal. Victims normally won't follow you in the killer space, but now they can. That's kind of good, I feel like. Before, there were times where I wanted to bring some victims into the killer space so I could start attacking and then maybe move out and save some, but they won't follow you. So, per the normal rules, we are using tier dice today, just because it hasn't really changed the game too much for me. But yeah, we also have two final girls here, so we're gonna pick one. Let's take a look at Alice first. If we save a victim, we get 2 time. There's 2 health. Also, take a cost 2 or less action card. Move up to 2 spaces, move 1 space. So, again, it's the difference between saving 4 victims and 6 to get to that ultimate ability. So she has a lot of movement. There's 3 movement here on Alice, but she's only got 4 health. All right. Her ultimate ability is choose 1 named action card for the remainder of the game. Whenever you play that named action card, always roll exactly 5 dice regardless of the horror level or any other modifiers. I really like that. Wow. I mean, we could maybe Poltergeist really jumps that horror up a little bit. So if we name an action card like, what would we name? Oh, that would be a tough one. We could name Distraction or Sprint and roll 5 dice every time we play that named card. And then for each additional victim we save with Alice, we get 1 health back. She only has 4 health. That seems low. It seems like this could end very quickly with Alice. All right, the other option is Selena. We save a victim, we get 2 time back. We can move a space. We can reduce the horror by 2. I like that. And then we have take the search action card. So searching is going to be big in this. We are looking for Carolyn and Mr. Floppy. So yeah, it's something to think about. Then if we were playing Alice, would we just name the search card so that each time we search, we roll 5 dice? If we unlock her ultimate, it does take 6 victims, though, to save. With Selena, we only have to save 4, and we have 6 health. That seems like the easier of the 2 final girls. Let's look at Selena's ultimate ability and see if we like that. When resolving a search action card, roll 2 additional dice. Yeah, we're playing Selena here. That's a no-brainer for me. So Alice is out. We're playing Selena. So Selena starts with 6 health. So we'll take 5 health tokens. No health tokens for Poltergeist. She doesn't have health. We can't attack her. So we put 5 down. I guess we don't really need this many health tokens since there's no health on the Poltergeist. All right, what am I missing? Oh, these tokens. So we're going to mix these up. And I guess we only do 1 of these. Poltergeist, again, has no health. That one flipped over, so we saw it. Uh-oh. We should just roll a dice. I don't have a D8 or a D9 or whatever, or a D10. Let's just take the very first one. Fuck it. Alright, we start with 6 time. We got our secret hidden last health token out. Let's go. Who's ready? I'm ready. We're about to start some final girl. Okay. Selena is gonna try to kill. Oh, we definitely shuffle these, right? Let's get the ultimate final ability out. Isn't there like a epic dark power or something? Yeah, we're gonna ditch that. Shuffle. Both of these, so just mix these up a little bit. And we'll put one down there. Set these aside. Mix these up a little bit. Oh, Bloodlust. Look at that. Alright, she moves for 2 and attacks for 1. So she can damage us and we can't damage her. I mean, it makes sense. She's a ghost, right? But I'm looking. She gets that dark power, like, after killing 2 enemies. That's kind of crazy. There's a lot of enemies, and I think we just work our way down, jumping out the window, and then back in the house. Up here, she increases horror by 2. And then one more time up here. Moving for 4 and attacking for 3 is insane. Especially against something we can't really attack. I have a feeling, we're coming off a loss here. And I have a feeling we're going to be 1 and 2. As far as wins go. Just saying. It seems really hard to, my strategy normally is, save as many victims as I can, kill the killer. But it would appear we cannot kill the Poltergeist, so the strategy here, find Carolyn and save her. Get to an exit space. I could have sworn there was a helicopter in this one. Maybe it's one of the special cards or comes out of the terror deck. I don't know. Don't remember. But we are going to get started here. So, looking at the location board, we're at the top. We're in the attic. Now, as far as getting to the search areas, we can actually search where we are. So, it's really good where we've started. The only problem is, do we just kind of hang out there? Movement's going to be slow at first, so yeah. And if we do go down and over to get these victims, maybe jump out this window, the opposite side of the killer, we end up having a lot. We might be in trouble getting back to the attic. So what do we do for the first couple turns is really the question. We just do focus, maybe distraction, try to get 5 time. Buy that search card and maybe a distraction. That would be 5 time. So really, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Let's roll it out. We'll start with a focus. Try to get that horror up. Because starting at 3 horror, we could easily get into that 3 dice situation. But for now, we're just rolling 2. Yeah, let's do a focus. We'll start off with a focus. Okay, rolling 2 dice for a focus here. Yo, what are the odds? Check it out. Read it and weep. 2 successes. All right, 2 successes on a focus. We actually gain 2 time. Reduce the horror by 1. Boom. Now, I think I'll save that other focus. We really don't have much to do here. Or maybe we just save the other cards and pitch them if we do another focus, get into that 3 dice. We want to roll 3 dice on a search in the attic, our first search. So we could really get 2 cards, and if we get Carolyn, we can get out of here and just win really fast, right? So, I don't even know if I care about saving victims. What was her ultimate ability again? When resolving a search action card, roll 2 additional dice. So we may need it, we may not. The thing is, if we save a victim, like how much movement is it? It would be like we could just go 1, 2, 3, 4. It would be 4 movement to, because we can bring victims into killer spaces because of liquid courage. Everyone's drunk apparently, so that could be good. I don't know. I think we do another focus. No way. No shot. Look at this. Bump the horror by 1. Gain 2 time. We are at 10 time right now. I'm telling you. This is cooked. Maybe we just stop. We just stop. We stop there. We're going to do planning phase right now. We have 10 time. This is wild. I've never gotten just 4 successes right off the bat. Of course, no one here to witness that. Let's clip that. So what do we do now? We're going to buy cards. We have 10 time. Let's do it up. Let's look at the cards. Definitely search. We might just take 2 of those. Just rip through the whole attic. We're just going to search the shit out of the attic. We get 2 search cards. That's 4 time. So we're back down to 6 now. We can take a sprint in case we need to get away. That's 2. What else do we want? Maybe guard. Guard seems really important for this. And then we have 2 time left. 2 close calls. How many cards does that put us at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That puts us at exactly 10. Let's do it. 2 close calls. Then we just put our 2 0 cost cards right here. And we move on to the first killer phase. So we have the Poltergeist moving for 2 and attacking for 1, targeting the closest victim or the final girl. Closest victim, I think it's up here. Be here, right? So she's going to move for 2 and attack for 1, targeting the final girl or closest victim. So to get to this victim here, she has to go 1, 2, 3 spaces. To get to these 2, she just goes 1. Wait, that actually has a directional arrow. Does that apply to the enemies? You're not allowed to move it against an arrow. Enemies and victims are also subject to this rule. Wow. Okay, that changes our closest victim. She can't go upstairs. So that makes the closest victim 1, 2. She moved for 2, attack for 1, kills this victim. Bloodlust goes up. Horror goes up. So we're back to rolling 2 dice already. We didn't even get to roll 3. What a shame. That's alright. We didn't even get a distraction though, so we have no way to reduce the horror. That's bad. I think we're fine. We have a couple close calls. Alright, she killed that victim. We moved the bloodlust up. Let's flip a terror card. See what happens. All right, something unholy happened in the blank, whatever, ... All right, roll a die. Depending on the result, place the killer in that room. Let's roll a dice. We got a 4. For a 4, it says to put the killer in the closet. Yikes. So she just teleports up to the closet. Target the final girl or closest victim and attack. She's going to attack a victim, kill a victim, reveal her dark power. We have Eternal Despair. Whenever you resolve a horror roll, lose time for every 1 showing on the die after rerolls. Yikes. Then she's going to target the closest victim or final girl, move, and attack. She doesn't have to move. She just kills this other victim. So she's just ripping through victims here. Ghosts. This doesn't seem fair. We're already halfway up the Bloodlust track. We know what we got to do. We got to get Carolyn and get the hell out of here. We don't panic any victims because there's no more victims in that space. She killed 3 this turn. During upkeep, we don't do anything, right? Okay, so what can I do here? We're going to search the attic, of course. We need at least some converts, right? If we're not going to get successes. Let's try a search right off the bat. We want to find Carolyn. So we are searching the attic. All right, we have a tier and a convert. I forgot to put this back to 6 times. So what do? We pitch short rest, weak attack to convert that into a single success and take the top item card at our space for a time. So we go down to 5 time. And we get a flashlight. Now the flashlight could be good. I didn't even read what it does. We get the top item card. All right, so that goes in our backpack. Doesn't have a hand slot. And it says once per action phase for time, you may look at the top card of the terror deck, leave it, or place it on the bottom of the deck. Yo, flashlight's big. Whoo! That could be good. All right, let's do another search. Yo, we could do that right now. Could we not? Oh, it's the terror deck. Do we really care about that? Not really. Meh. Flashlight is not that good. We want to find Carolyn, though, so we're going to do another search. We still have a guard and a sprint. If we need to get away, we have 2 walks, close calls. Probably going to end up pitching something here, though. Let's do another search. We rolled 2 die. Damn. Should have saved at least 1 focus. All right, we got a single success and a tier. So we take another item card from our deck, and we get a first aid kit, which actually takes up a hand slot. For every time you use an action card to recover health, you recover an additional health. This could be good. If we start getting low, we can start popping that short rest off and just gaining like 3 health back, maybe 2 health. Or we could do like a long rest and gain 5 back if we get really low. So we've almost searched the whole attic. It would suck to leave the attic and her not be there, but I think it's important that we move around and stuff. So let's maybe walk somewhere else. Try to save a couple victims. So since we're at the top of the house, we can go down, left, down, and then jump out the window. Do the victims die jumping out the window? Do you take a damage from jumping out the window? I feel like these are solid questions. I don't remember reading anything about the window spaces. There are 2 window spaces on the right side of the board, 1 on the left side. Window spaces do not have any special rules, but many terror and event cards will reference them. So I don't think we take a damage or anything yet, but I feel like some of the terror cards might cause us to take damage if we were to jump out the window. Because obviously if you're jumping out of the window, you're going to hurt your leg or something stupid or kill a victim. A victim just breaks its neck and lands or something. I don't know. All right, what are we doing? Let's get out of there. Let's do a sprint. I'm feeling good about the sprint. We did spend another time there for that search, right? Yeah, so we're down to 4. We're going to do a sprint. All right, we have a single success and a convert. We can pitch both close calls to convert that into a double success, which will cause us to lose a time, and we can move 3 spaces now. So this is big. We might actually be able to save some victims here and get that horror down. So let's try it. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. We can at least get into a window space. And then try to walk. Boom. Jumping out the window. Love it. All right, let's do that. We're going to go from here. We're in the attic. We're going to move 1. Bring both these victims 2. And then bring both these victims 3 into the window space. So now the final girl and these 2 victims are in the window space, which we can jump out of if we're successful on our walk. All right, we're only going to do 1 walk. We still have guard and a second walk, just in case. All right, we have a single success. We spend another time. We can move 1 space. That's all we need, and we save 2 victims. So we're jumping out the window. Boom! Save 2 victims right into an exit space. Hopefully that's how that works. We could take a search action card for free, but there are none because we did both. So let's just do the horror. We're going to bump horror by 2. And let's get 2 time back so we can take a distract. Do we want distraction? Maybe a retaliate. Or we could move 1 space now for free. So we reduced the horror by 2. Now we have to place one of these victims on here. We can move a space, get 2 time back, or take a search action card. Yeah, I don't know. Lose. Oh. I think we would have lost an extra time there. So let's get time because we did end up rolling a 1 before and I forgot about it. So let's get 2 time back. Where were we at, though? We would be on 1, right? Plus 2. So we're up to 3 time. All right, I think we end our turn there. We save our walk and our guard. And we go into planning phase with only 3 time. And really not a good way to spend it. Let's grab an improvise. I'm not really a big fan of the improvise card, but we only have 3 time. So what we're going to get is an improvise for 3 time, 2 focuses, and that's it for our next action. And then we return these cards to the tableau. So walk, sprint, 2 close calls, a search, another search, a short rest, and a weak attack. Okay, next killer phase. Bam, these victims are just gone. I mean, look at this board. They're already gone. Yeah. All right, so she's going to target the final girl or the closest victim and move 2 spaces and attack for 1. So the closest victim is here in this window space, so she goes 1, 2. And now she's closer to that victim. We're going to flip a terror card. Something is coming through the wall. All right. If there are no victims on the board, discard and draw the next terror card. Otherwise, all victims panic. Okay. We'll start with that victim that is right next to her. We're going to panic all these victims. So we roll 5. So this guy jumps out the window, which actually helps. Does he just die? Like, I don't know. Okay, we panicked this guy. Let's roll 2 dice for these two. A 3 and a 1. So 3. And if it's 1, I'm assuming that he stays there, right? So then these are the last 2 victims. Let's roll one at a time. We got a 2 for this guy, so he stays. And then this guy gets a 6, so we panic into the garage, which I guess that's not terrible. Okay, all victims panicked. Any victims that exit through a window are killed. I knew that was coming. I didn't read it, but I knew that was what happened. So we have a dead victim here. And bloodlust goes up, which brings horror down by 2, which means I should have taken distraction. But we do have 2 focuses. I'll take it. Now she is moving for 2 and attacking for 2, unfortunately. Then we flip an event card here on the tarot card. So, yo, ghost hunters, I like it. All right, let's read this. The EMF recordings are off the charts. Jackpot. All right, replace the 3 victims closest to you, or as many as able. It would be these 3. With the special victim meeples. These victims will not follow you until one of them has been killed. Each time one of these victims is killed, increase bloodlust by 1. Does that mean like... Oh, they're just saying that the bloodlust still goes up even though they're a special victim. Okay, so these 3 are getting swapped for specials. Is that where that guy was? Or was he here? Like, I need to pay more attention to where I'm placing. Let's just take them like this first. That's smart. All right, so we have the orange, blue, and white meeple out there now. So these are our ghost hunters. They're all into like searching for ghosts and stuff. And apparently until one of them is killed, they won't follow me. So we're down to no victims basically to save. I don't think we're going to get our ultimate out. Yikes. So we really need these search cards. I say we focus. That is the end of the killer phase. We do panic, no upkeep. Fair enough. So we have focus, improvise, walk, and guard. Maybe we rip this improvise first. If we get at least 1 success for the next horror roll, only 3s and 4s are successes. Or for the next horror roll only, comma, all 3s and 4s are successes. Big difference. If we miss on an improvise, we lose a time and increase the horror by 1. So we should be at 6 time. Yeah, I think we're still going to try and improvise and then get the focus going. And then what we do is walk towards maybe this victim to try to save it. Or do we just go with the ghost hunters? These guys won't follow us, though. She's just going to kill them. There's really nothing you can do in this one, Poltergeist. It's still fun. I want to find Carolyn, maybe Mr. Floppy, her special doll or whatever. I forget what it does, but we're going to try to find Carolyn and get out of here and win this one. We got to get it the dub. We're coming off the loss here. And I'm into this final girl shit. Yep. It's pretty good. So let's do improvise. See what we get. We'll roll dice here. Bam. Okay, we got 2 converts. I'm not really interested. Oh, we might have to convert to single success. For the next horror roll, 3s and 4s are successes. Yeah, let's do it. We're going to be stuck there. That's fine. We pitch walk focus. We're holding on to guard. It's important for that first swing against us. So we pitch 2 cards there for a single success convert. And then for the next horror roll, all 3s and 4s are successes. So we do a focus. We get a double success because 3s and 4s are successes. I'm tired of saying success. And then we increase horror by 1, so we're up to 3 now. And we actually get 2 of our time back. Now, with that improvise, were we supposed to spend a time? No. That's kind of nice. Usually you have to spend time. So we get 2 time. So we're up to 8 now. We can do big stuff with 8. Let's go into the planning phase and buy some of these cards from the tableau. I kind of wonder, is it important to keep a search card in the tableau each round? So maybe we don't buy both search cards. Maybe you're only allowed to buy one of each. I don't know. I'm sort of thinking retaliate. Retaliate's kind of useless. I mean, it's like why not just take the guard? You can't damage her back. Let's take another guard. That's 2 times, so we're down to 6. Let's take a search for 2. We're down to 4. Let's take a sprint for 2. We're down to 2. We take 2 close calls. And then we have a total. We get these for free. And we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards. All right. Let's return some of these to the tableau. Improvise goes back. Focus, focus, and walk. Okay, that ends the planning phase. We have the killer phase next. So the killer, she's going to move for 2 and attack for 2. She's over here. So moving for 2 and attacking for 2, targeting the closest victim or the final girl. So let's see, this guy is pretty far actually. 1, 2. Yeah, she has to go like this. 1. So if she moves here, then down. This guy is technically closest, right? Because 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 1, 2. She can't attack. Fine with that. So we flip another terror card. Okay, the ground is shaking. Place the Poltergeist in your space. Yo, come on. Okay. Target the final girl or victim and attack. If you take any damage, all of your moves during the next action phase are panicked. So we have to basically roll dice to decide which way we want to move. That's not cool. Good thing we have 2 guards. All right, so she's going to attack for a total of 2 damage right now. We're going to try not to take it. We're going to play a guard. So let's play one of our guard cards. And again, we just roll for this. So if we get a double success, we ignore all damage. If we take a single success, we reduce damage by 2. She's only attacking for 2, so bam. No damage. Single success. We're good. We don't have to panic. Okay, then we move on to panic phase. Nobody panics. Upkeep phase. Nothing happens. What are we looking at here? A sprint. We are on 3 dice. That's big. Oh, we should have rolled 3 dice, right? So we just would have ignored all damage. No big deal. We already reduced. It was only 2 damage. I wonder if we look at the next tarot card. Let's put the time up here. What we can do with our flashlight is look at this next tarot card and either leave it on top or place it on the bottom of the deck. That's pretty big. We can see how much damage she's going to do or if she's going to kill one of those ghost hunters. They won't follow us until one of the ghost hunters dies. So, what is the plan? Like, plans have changed, right? I think we go for that orange guy that's in the garage. Because we go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. And then maybe she kills that one. And then we can take him out with us. We will get kind of trapped in here. Liquid Courage is pretty big. Because it says victims will follow you through the killer space. If we got stuck in there with the victim, like, he's just cooked. All these vapes are running out of juice. All right, so what was my plan? We have to get to the garage, or we could just run up to the closet, say fuck the victims. How far is the closet from here, though? Because we only have one sprint, right? We'd have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spaces to get to the closet. I don't think it was a good idea to jump down. Movement in this game is going to be big. I'm realizing that now that I've already jumped out a window. So it's a little late. But maybe we just do the garage strat. Maybe Carolyn's in the garage. And I wonder if we use that flashlight here. Anyways, let's start with a sprint. We have one walk, too, so we could go 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. Let's see how we do. We're rolling 3 dice. All right, we have a single success and a convert. I think it's important we re-roll. We use this close call here to re-roll that 1 so we don't lose the time. So we re-rolled 1 dice, and then we ended up getting a double success. So we spend 1 time, which is good. Close calls are big in this game. All right, we can move 3 spaces. Let's get out of here. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Again, that victim won't follow us. We don't want it to anyway. He's kind of the sacrifice. So we spend a time. We move 3 spaces. Let's rip a walk here. All right, 1 space is all we need to get into the garage. Then we can search. We don't have a 1 there, so we don't have to spend time. But there is a tier. Yeah, it's not a 1, though, so it doesn't matter. Okay, we got that single success. Let's spend a time. We'll move 1 space. We're in the garage now. It's important to search. And we still have a close call, if need be. Am I doing this right? Let's see. We did the guard. Then we did a sprint. We spent 1 time. A walk. We spent 1 time. So we're at 4. Yeah, we're good. Let's roll this. Yikes! Come on, bro. Short rest and weak attack are gone. We kind of want both of these, man. We're gonna spend 2 time. Go down to 2 time to reroll all 3. Double success. That's what we need. We don't have a 1 on the roll, so we're good. So we take the top 2 item cards at the garage. Yo, I was taking the wrong... Yo, I have to move this shit. Okay, this was the attic. So we have to flip-flop them too because I fucked up. My bad. Okay, so we did the search up in the attic, but we took the wrong cards because I can't read. It is kind of far away and really small lettering. So we're going to take these 2. We just swapped the item decks. I know that's dumb. All right, we get lucky dice and a padlock. Padlock looks good. So what do we get to do? So I think we have to spend a time since our search was a double success to take the top 2 item cards. So padlock is place the padlock token between any 2 rooms. Only you and victims moving with you may move through the padlock. If an enemy attacks while in a room adjacent to the padlock, ignore the attack, remove the padlock token instead. Oh. Or we have the lucky dice. So the lucky dice we could just discard this card to reroll any or all of our dice. I think we take the padlock. I don't know where we put it. Maybe in between the trophy room and the window space. Yeah, let's put the padlock in between the trophy room and so that she can't like follow us in there when we're jumping down and stuff. Or maybe we do the closet. Might be the most important. We don't know where this where Carolyn is yet, so. Or we just put it where we are and keep searching the garage. That seems really good, actually. So we take padlock. We put this on the bottom of the garage. And then we put lucky dice on the bottom of the garage. And then we only have 1 time left, so. And really no good cards. We just have weak attack, short rest, and guard. So I think maybe we could sell weak attack and short rest for 2 time and take a search. Or maybe just sell. Let's sell weak attack for a time since we can't use it at all. And then we have 2 time. We purchase a search and we get these freebies. And then we return these cards to the tableau, reset the time to 6. All right, so the free card goes there. We have a search here, walk, sprint, close call, guard. Okay. We end up with walk, focus, search, short rest, and guard. Going into killer phase, we resolve killer action. So she's moving for 2 and attacking for 2. So we'll go 1, 2. She kills this victim. Oh, we forgot to put the padlock there. Duh. We got to put this padlock down. So she can't even come in this room. There is a helicopter. I knew there was a helicopter. All right, padlock goes here. So she can't enter this room. I feel like padlock's really good. And then one of these special victims has died, so now these other ones, the ghost hunters, they'll follow us. So it's possible we could save 1 or 2 more victims. Being that we are locked in the garage. Only you and victims moving with you may move through the padlock. I'm sure I could have placed that better, but for now, I gotta search the rest of it. All right, so she attacked. We gotta move this bloodlust up. So she now moves for 3, attacks for 2, and then we'll flip another terror card here. Okay, it's a fake. Discard a random item. If you have no items, discard and draw the next terror card. Let's get rid of the flashlight. We haven't used that yet. And then the Poltergeist will target the final girl or closest victim. She moves for 3. So being that the padlock is here, does she just go like this and kill this victim? So now she moves for 3, attacks for 2. Bloodlust goes up again. All right, we're in the closet or the garage. We do have a search card. We're still good on horror, right? Maybe we do a focus to bump it up some. Let's do one focus. We're rolling 3 dice. All right, double success, so we get 2 time back. So we're up to 8. Horror goes down by 1. Love it. Oh! Whenever you resolve a horror roll, lose time for every 1 showing. All right, so we lose 1 there, so we're down to 7. Maybe we should have got rid of the first aid. I think the first aid's going to come in handy, though. Okay, we're rolling 3. Let's do our search. Now, these are going to be the final 2 items if we get 2 items. Okay, we have a convert, a single success. Let's pitch focus and short rest to get the double success there. And that tier is a 2, so we're good. We take the top 2 items at the garage, and this is where we find out if we found Carolyn. There she is. Boom. What about it? All right. So Carolyn is now with us. Oh, this padlock goes in the backpack. All right, we have Carolyn. This candle we're going to put on the bottom. Actually, maybe we put that on top. Once per action phase, you may move a victim from a adjacent space to your space. We don't care. Let's put it on top at the garage. We have Carolyn. She's there. She's with us. When Carolyn joins you, remove all minor dark power cards from the game. You must escape with Carolyn to win the game. Carolyn cannot be killed or discarded for any reason. You cannot place her in your backpack. All right, she's with us. It would be nice if they gave you a token kind of to show that Carolyn is with you. But we do have Carolyn. She just takes up a hand slot. I guess we're carrying her. All right. Let's do a walk. All we have to go is 1, 2. Damn, we need to move 1 space, don't we? Maybe we stay here, save the walk, buy 2 sprints. That could be huge. See, the killer can't come through that padlock door. We got some good items this game, yo. We're about to do this. This is going to be a quick, solid win here. Yeah, we only been playing an hour. Yo, let's get it. We're getting out of here. We stay. We stay. We save walk. I'm not going to go, the most you can move with a walk is 1, 2. Then we're all out in the open and she could get rid of Caroline, kill the other victim. Nah, we're not doing that. We're going to stay. We're safe in the garage. Unless she teleports or whatever to our spot. Somehow padlocks can stop ghosts. Everyone knows it to be true, so yeah. She can teleport through walls, but once you put a padlock on the door, ghost is cooked. It's like, fuck, I don't have a key for that. All right, that's going to end our action phase. We'll do planning phase. We got 7 time to spend. Bam! We don't need nothing. We just need sprints. We take a guard. That's 2, 4, 6, and a close call. Then we take our free cards, walk and weak attack. And we are up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards in hand. We'll return these to the tableau. We have search. We have short rest. We have focus. We have focus. All right. Who's ready? What's next? If we save that victim, we move a space, but it doesn't matter. If we get out of here, we're done. We beat the game, right? Isn't that correct? Seems right. I can't believe we found Carolyn. I'm glad I didn't... Is that cheating? It should be. It probably is. Yo, had I searched... What was it, the third card down? I flip-flopped these 2 by accident, so I pretty much ruined the whole game. I grabbed cards from the garage while searching the attic. So what I did was just swap these 2 like I was in the opposite place. Is that fair? Probably not. But I'll take it. Poltergeist is boring anyway. You don't get to attack her or nothing. You're just finding Carolyn and getting out of there. So we're going to rate these final girls. So far, Hans the Butcher, 8 out of 10. Geppetto, 4 out of 10. So far, Poltergeist, we're at like a 5, maybe a 6. Could go down. Let's see what happens. All right, that's it for the planning phase. We got killer phase. So she's going to move for 3 now. And she attacks for 2, going 1, 2, 3, killing this victim. Bloodlust goes up, horror goes up. We flip a terror card. All right, the windows and doors just slammed shut. Oh no. All right. If you're inside, you may move during the next action phase. Or you may not move during the next action phase. Big difference. If you are outside, you may not enter the house during the next action phase. All right, so we're stuck in that room. I guess that's fine. We just have to wait out another round until we can sprint to the foyer. That padlock is OP, I'm not going to lie. If you just lock yourself in a garage like that and the ghost can't do nothing about it. We are going to flip an event card, though, so that's the end of this terror phase. All right, I ain't afraid of no ghost. That's what I'm saying. Move each victim 1 space toward the attic. How does that work with the padlock? Doesn't the padlock say only you and victims moving with you may move through the padlock? So she's not moving with me. She can't move, right? If an enemy attacks while in a room adjacent to the padlock, ignore the attack and remove the padlock token instead. This enemy was closer. So she wouldn't have went and attacked the padlock. One space towards the attic, huh? What do we think about the ruling on this? Talking to myself here, basically, but we have a padlock item that says place the padlock token between any 2 rooms, only you and victims moving with you. That's the only wording that I think makes sense, where this victim won't move by itself. Only victims moving with you may move through the padlock. If an enemy attacks, yeah, we're basically safe. So I think nothing happens there. There's no other victims to move, but we cannot move this phase. So we just have to chill. We could drop a focus. We should play some cards. We've got 2 guards. I think this is basically just a waiting game till we get out of the house. We have 2 sprints and 2 walks. I mean, this is big. But we can really only play our focus. Yeah, so that would have been a good one to use the flashlight on. Hindsight being 20/20, of course. Let's do the focus. And yeah, we'll bump this back down to 6, sorry. Yeah, we're going to do... Wait, do I not have a focus? I don't even have a focus. I think we just go straight to planning phase. We don't play any action cards this round. So we have 6 time to spend, but we're pretty hefty on cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can buy 2 cards. I think we buy a distraction, a search, and then we waste that 1 time. That puts us at 10 cards. And we had extra time that we lost. So we reset the time to 6. We immediately go into killer phase again. She's going to discard the padlock here. So killer's going to move. 3. 1, 2, 3. Attack. Now she is adjacent. So this is where she destroys the padlock. So we remove the padlock. Can we guard? If she attacks in a room adjacent to you, Ignore the attack and remove the padlock token. So I think we just have to do that. Padlock's good for one attack. So we discard the padlock. We remove the token. We are no longer safe in that room. We flip another terror card. Did that clown just move? Spooky. All right. A clown doll appears. You may play action cards that inflict damage if you wish. Then, if the clown doll is still alive. All right. So we have a clown doll token. We're going to place it in the space with us. Apparently, this thing just appeared. I don't have the clown doll token. What am I missing here, folks? We're missing a clown doll token. I guess it looks like that. Wait, it doesn't even say anything like... Yeah, it doesn't say anything about like... Alright, so apparently there's just a clown doll. There's no token for it. And then we just try to kill it here. So what do we have? Weak attack? Let's play that. It only has 1 health. So we're going to bang out a weak attack here. We can play action cards, right? Yeah, double success does a damage. And it says, if the clown doll is still alive, you take damage equal to the killer's attack value. You may defend as normal. If you take damage, blah, the clown disappears. So we killed that clown as soon as it popped up. That ends the killer phase. We do have panic, though, right? Because of the... No victims died, so no panic. So now what do we do? Upkeep? There's really nothing going on with upkeep. We just run right through the ghost and save Carolyn, yeah? All right, here we go. Let's get out of here. We got sprint. Yo! This is bad. Single success, and then we lose 3 time. We're going to do a close call here. Spend 2 time to reroll all 3 dice. Okay, this time we end up with a 2-5-3. So we can convert here to move. Three spaces, right? So we spend a time. We pitch 2 cards. Let's do... Let's do search and distraction. Hear me out. We need all of our movement. Let's do search and guard. All right, we pitch search and guard to get that double success. We move 3 spaces. We already spent the time. We have Carolyn with us, so that's the end of the game, I think. We go 1, 2, 3. And we saved a victim. Technically. And, yeah, that allows us to move another space, so just to flex. We did it. When Carolyn joins you, remove all minor dark power cards from the game. You must escape with Carolyn to win the game. So we have just won. Final girl, Poltergeist at Creech Manor. This was great. So being that we won and no crazy cards came out, we're going to give it like a 6, 7. But I like this one. It can get a little more interesting. I have played this one before a long time ago and had some other stuff happen, some funky stuff. But I know I flubbed that whole item situation in the beginning of the game, but that's okay. Yeah, I think next time we do Dr. Fright, or we also have Inkanyamba, something like that. I don't know. But this one was good, man. I like this. We got out of there. Hopefully we did the rules right. Someone can let me know on YouTube in the comments if we did it wrong. I'm sure I'm not playing 100% right here. There's so many rules. But yeah, Selena was good. She had more health. I think we would have been fine with Alice. We never would have saved 6 victims, though. We didn't even save 2. Like, we just didn't get that ultimate ability. The movement's a little funky in this game. We started out in the attic. A lot of items, or events, sorry. So we had an event card first that allows us to move through the killer's space. And then we had Ghost Hunters come out. And then we had I Ain't Afraid of No Ghost, where we move a victim 1 space towards the attic and then discard this card. So, yeah. Overall, this was good. We didn't use the tier dice again, so I'm not crying yet. But great game. We love Final Girl. So, we're going to wrap this up for today. And, yeah. That's going to be it. We'll probably end up doing another episode tomorrow. Like I said, it's going to be either Inkayamba. I don't know how to say it. Or the Dr. Fright one. That is my favorite one from Series 1. So we might end up doing that one. That one is based on Freddy Krueger, I think, where he can only kill you in your dreams. So there is an actual fall asleep mode where you're asleep and when you're awake. So I think that's really cool the way they did that. But yeah, we're going to get into it maybe tomorrow. So we'll see. But thanks for watching. And bye, everybody. And enjoy the rest of your day.